Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Thursday, August 18th, 2016. Traders coming to you from Thailand, currently 7:17 a.m. Bangkok, Thailand time, and 2017 hours on Wall Street. Traders, great to be with you. This is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, a beautiful day in Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies, warm white sandy beaches. Looks like it's going to be another cooker today. Yep, looks like it's going to be another hot sunny day in Thailand. Traders, like I said, great to be with you. Got a lot to talk about. Fed came out with their minutes yesterday. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Charts are doing what we expected them to do, and I'm happy to see that. It looks like things are going to go back to the trend, and we like to see that. Don't like to counter trend trade myself. All right, traders, let me introduce myself for those of you who do not know who I am. My name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I will tell you that I do record this during the Asia session. So if you're looking at this at London, go back about 10 or 11 candles, and you will be right about where I started the presentation, as I do this about 5 hours before the London Open. All right, so a little bit about myself. I started trading in the year of 2006. In 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand to celebrate my retirement and was only due to be here for 3 months. Well, traders, I am in my 9th year here in Asia and absolutely loving it. It's beautiful people, great food, great weather, and, well, really just like the state of Florida, hot and more hot. So, yeah, it's really great. And the other really great thing is the time zone. Don't have to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning anymore. Those days are over. That's the nice thing about trading in Asia. I can trade all 3 sessions. However, in the U.S. session, I only trade for about 2 hours, as it comes up to about 10 or 11 o'clock at night, depending on what time of the year it is. And I do not trade Forex in the U.S. I trade options in the U.S. markets. So I'm not in a Forex trade. I trade Forex in Asia and London. So I'm a pullback trader. I like a currency pair to make a move, give us a pullback, and then I like to enter the trade. And, to do that, I use several different tools. One is fundamentals. You need to know your fundamentals. You need to know what's coming out in the media. You need to know what's coming out as far as numbers, data releases. How are different currency pairs going to react to that? And be ready for that. And protect yourself if you're in an open position or getting ready to open a position and you have this freight train coming down the tracks. You don't want to be standing in front of it, right? However, I'm a technician. I really enjoy reading candlestick charts. I like looking at price action, price structure, price value, and price levels. Forex repeats itself, and if it reacts to a price level multiple times, there's a good chance the next time it gets to that price level, it's going to react. I use a Fibonacci tool a lot. I use Fibonacci almost on everything. It's just a great tool. And why do I like it? Not because I like it, because what I'm seeing, a lot of other people are seeing, and we want just a little bit of that pie, right? Just want a little bit of the pie, and so we need to make sure everybody's seeing the same thing. So that's a little bit about myself. I trade a lot. I'm involved in the market a lot. I have a lot of open positions. My theory is trade small and trade a lot. Got to be involved in the markets at all times. It'll just help you so much in your trading if you're in the market all the time. I keep it tuned to what's going on. It's really important in your trading. All right. That's enough about me. Let's get over to the risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential of rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, remember this is a game of capital preservation. Live to trade another day. Traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Big example of that is you're on a demo and then you go live to a live account for the first time. You'll see a change in your trading because you'll be more interested in that profit loss box than what your charts are telling you, right? We've all done it. We've all been there, and it's okay. All right, let's take a look at some news and commentary. Let's look at how the markets closed yesterday. The Dow 30 inched up in the green, positive 0.12%. The S&P 500 is positive 0.19%. The NASDAQ, positive 0.03%. The small cap 2000 was actually negative 0.35%. Interesting stuff out of the U.S. as I was in the markets at the U.S. Open, and it looked like it was going to be a bad day. The Dow was down like 64 points when I actually turned off my computer, and that was about 90 minutes into the U.S. Open. All right, let's take a look at the Eurozone. The DAX is negative 1.30%. The FTSE 100 closed negative 0.50%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed negative 0.96%. And the Eurostock 50 closed negative 1.10%. Red day in the Eurozone. All right, let's head over to Asia. Remember that some of these countries in Asia are not open yet, so I'll let you know. However, the Nikkei 225 is currently trading, and it's negative 1.10%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is currently negative 0.27%. The China A50 is closed for another hour, and it closed yesterday negative 0.02%. The Hang Seng, which is not open yet, opens in another hour, is closed yesterday negative 0.48%. However, the Kospi out of Seoul is open and is currently trading positive 0.11%. Traders, let's take a look at the economic calendar today. We do have some data coming out today that's pretty interesting that we'll keep an eye on. We had our FOMC minutes come out. Nothing really came out of those minutes. I didn't see anything, any surprises there. They basically did what they were going to do. They're still hawkish, but, if we get an interest rate hike this year, it'll be in December. I don't think September's on the table. And to be honest with you, I don't think December's going to be on the table because I think we're going to see some bad numbers out of the U.S. in the next month or two. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. However, Japan put out a bunch of data today. Nothing really. Trade balance came in good at 514 billion. Consensus was 284. Came out at 514. So that was a good number for their trade balance. No reaction in the charts, however. No reactions in the charts. All right, so we do have, later in the Asia session, we have the Aussie giving us employment change for July. So that will be a mover and a shaker. Then in London, we have the Great British Pound retail sales numbers come out 90 minutes into the London Open. The Euro has CPI year on year for July. And we have a lot of medium impact news events as we go through our trading day. In the U.S. session, we have the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index today, which will keep us on our toes. And traders, that is it as far as high impact news data comes out today. So just keep an eye on that. We got a lot of medium impact news events to keep price action moving and to keep the charts flowing. So it should be a great trading day. It looks like to me it's going to be a prosperous day. All right. Well, commentary is nothing has really changed from what I expected from yesterday. A lot of the charts are the same. Not a lot of price action, even with the Fed's talk. And the markets weren't happy with the Fed comments, the meeting minutes, because there was really no decisive direction on what they were going to do. And the markets didn't like that at all. So, not much to say today. It's going to be one of those days, and we'll just see how it goes. I think we're going to have a good trading day today. So let's head over to the charts and let's take a look at the euro dollar. Euro dollar absolutely did nothing yesterday. Had to move up there real quickly with a big blue candle here and basically came down and is now sideways. The big blue candles from the Fed minute release, and and now we're back to where we are. However, we're at resistance. We're at a great spot here. We want to sell this right at this 1297 area. But we have issues. We have a daily, we have a 10 and a 55 exponential moving average right at price. And we need that 10 to get above the candle, right? We need that to help push us down. So this is going to take a while. And we're looking at London, at a minimum London Open before we would enter this trade. But we're bearish, and that's the important part, that our bias is bearish in the euro dollar. Oh, let's take a look at the pound. Pound, same as the euro, spiked from the FOMC. Hasn't done anything. We want to sell this, folks. We want to sell this. Now, the question is where we're going to sell it at. Well, I think 30.50 is a great area. We need to get below this daily pivot. But it just looks like it's a little bit congested. And I just realized when I looked at this now. And I think we need to get up to the 3090 area at that R1 pivot point before we sell it, now that I look at it. Because we're selling right into a lot of support here. So I'd like to see this pop up and then in Europe take this to the downside. And they got data today, so that might help us along here. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. I will tell you that I did check the Aussie dollar before I started recording this, and the JPY data that came out had no effect. There was no reaction on the charts from that data being released, even though it was a very good number. Okay, so here we are at the Aussie again. Just a very simple trade plan. We just want to sell this, right? We're looking for a bearish move here, a couple of bearish candles below the daily pivot, retest, and we'll sell it. And this is a really easy trade plan, not difficult here. I do not want to buy the Aussie dollar, folks, right? I've been that way for a long time, years. I think I'm on 2 years being bearish in the Aussie. And it's done me well being on that side of the table. And this is a beautiful chart, by the way. This is just nice stair-stepping to the downside. Comes back up, gives us a correction, and then, we're just looking to continue the momentum and the trend to the downside. Nice and easy. All right, let's take a look at the Euro-Yen. This is, bearish, as we've been saying for a long time also. And we just want this to pull back up to the 38.2 at 112.92. I think that's a great area to get in, and we'll get out at 112.40. A nice 50-pip trade here. And I think we can do that. We're at another support level right now. We're seeing a little bounce there. And I think by London, or maybe before, we can be in this and sell this. It looks really well. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar hasn't done anything, my friends, since yesterday. We just want to see this get up to that 7,300 or 7,290 area, and we'll sell this, right? We want to sell this. I don't want to sell this where it is now. This is right into some support that I don't want to fight. So we need this to get up as close to that R1 as we can at 71.15. Sorry, that's 73.15. 73.15. We want to get that up to and then sell it. This is just not a good spot to get in here. And I don't think it's going to do anything because there's nothing to move this. There's no catalyst to move this pair at the moment. So it's going to take London and data coming out in London to get this pair on the run. And we'll see how the dollar does at the open. That's going to be pretty interesting to see how the dollar reacts to the FOMC Fed minute release today. And we'll see how that goes. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. This is a beautiful chart right here, folks. This is exactly what we wanted, but we wanted it yesterday. But we didn't get it yesterday. We're going to get it today, though. I like that the 10 exponential moving average is above price. I don't like that we're coming up to the support of the daily pivot in the 55, but that's okay. Because if you look left of the chart, there's really not a lot of price action. We can get in this at 1.4707. And I know we're getting in at the 4,700 psychological level, but I think it's going to, if it goes to the downside, it's just going to go. And I don't think we're going to have any problem there. We want to get out at the 200 exponential moving average at 1.4627. This is just really a nice trade plan on this Euro Aussie. So I think it's ready to come back to its bearish moves, and we'll see how this goes. I'm going to look to get in this later in Asia or at the opening of the London session today. So really right, just the way we like it. This is really reacting very well. A day later than I thought, but it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. All right, traders. A minute early today, right at the 14-minute mark. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining me on Thursday, August 18th, 2016. Traders, always remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, have a great trading day, and we'll catch you in about 24 hours. And come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Take care, traders. Have a great day. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.